This is E, the non-algorithmic name. Thank you for joining me for another collectible critique and in my eternal quest for bankruptcy. Enjoy! Hello fellow collector enthusiasts. Today I will be looking at the Teana Lanaster, I hope I'm saying that right, from Figma. For those of you who don't know, Figma is quite a big brand nowadays. It's always been a big brand. Their figures are highly posable, adjustable, each come with their own personal stands. They're very nice, I have to say, and at a reasonable cost, which is rare. What do you get included in the set? You get a bag for your accessories, you get a set of 8 interchangeable hands, each making, for example, open fist, closed fist, a different gripping hand. You'll get, of course, one head set. Don't know what else to call it. Get a base arm. Comes, of course, with a base stand. You get actually quite a lot of guns. Each gun you see comes with a double, bit small, simple short pistol, which connected to each is sort of an explosion blade. Again, this is from the anime, so you have to know the anime to get it. You get a slightly larger revolver, and attaching to that, if I can just grab it, is an even larger explosion blade. I don't know what else to call it, frankly. Slides in pretty neatly, but it's a very secure fit, which is also quite good. And quite nicely designed. Sturdy, not easily breakable, flexible, which is nice, but of course don't exert it. What else? As I say, you get 2 of each. For the smallest, I should say, guns of hers that you get, there's a small bullet explosion. Must be really hard to see. It's also tiny. The end of each gun, which makes a nice sort of explosion factor. And of course you get the figure herself. Interchangeable hair. If you compare the two kinds of heads, you can see the difference. One is supposed to be an older version, the other version. No, version. Listen. Head out the toilet. An older version, the longer hair, and yeah, a younger version, the sort of pigtail look. It really depends on preference. One's, old, serious, mean face, the other's young, happy face. But they are paired that way normally, so. The end of her arm here, you see you get the larger gun, larger revolver. It's nice. The proportions are more accurate on this one because the wrist joints do start where the hip begins, which is a common proportion thing that artists use. What else? Highly posable. Her clothes are flexible. They're made of a lighter plastic. The belt, while very loose and very wobbly, is not removable, so don't remove it. Clothes are not removable, because I know there are people who do that, who are curious. And now you know. What else? The sculpt is very nice, I find. She's got her little shoes and everything, ready for action. I have no real complaints with this figure. The color palette is pleasing and she's overall a very nice figure to look at. In terms of the pop factor, because, sorry, I have to add one each time. She's not bad, but in terms of basically any anime stage, she will blend in quite easily if you have a lot of anime figures. If she's paired up with her set, so that would be Subaru Nakojima, and just generally that set, it would be reasonably standing out, but again, it's rather generic by today's anime standards. But I do think she stands out in her own right, which is nice. So I'd say about maybe a 6 out of 10 in terms of a pop factor, power of presence factor. But if you have her, standing on your own and you do, kit her out with the guns as demonstrated on the box, then I think she does stand out more significantly, so that could probably be at a 7 out of 10. She is very small, you have to remember. I mean, not that much bigger than my hand, so really quite small. Can't do too much with her. In terms of, you know, standing out. But they do have quite a lot of dynamic poses, Figma figures. What else? Something which is nice to mention is that inside the box there is a sort of push-out cardboard die stage, they call them, but essentially you can see the patterned background that just sort of sits on the stage here, the Figma base. And it just adds a little bit of color to the base she stands on. I've tried it. It's not really that impressive, to be honest. You're better off getting the printout die stage versions you can on the Figma websites. Overall, I think if you do have a chance to buy her, they don't really go for that much. Resale value is even less. This is just purely for you. As a collector, I do say buy them if you like them. And if you want to resell them, then you have to be really smart about it, because you don't know how anything's going to change in a while. Before I even realized that when the recession hit, people just didn't want to buy anymore. And that's what happens. There'll probably be another recession, another couple of years. But that's for another day. Hopefully not, but it goes that way. If you have a chance, it really depends on your taste. I wouldn't say pick her up definitely. But if you do have a chance, this is a great sort of introduction to Figma, what they are. You know, it's not expensive, it's quite a lovely design, quite lovely colors. And of course, you know, if you like the character, then that's the best way to sort of idolize them. So I guess that concludes this video. Again, very short. I hope this has helped. Thank you very much for watching, and enjoy your quest for bankruptcy. I know I am.